Mate, if you ain't getting this one, then this one's for you.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to EME TV and to another video where we're going to be speaking about, as you can see from the title, we're going to be speaking about the things I do dislike about this FN2. And it's quite contradictory to all the points and things that I obviously have spoken about in the past about this car, but hey ho. Sometimes to every car, regardless of how much you do love it and enjoy it, there are the bad points, but in every car you just have to sort of see if those positives do outweigh the negatives, which they do in this case. But today I will be talking about the negatives. And just before we do start, I went and checked to see how many of you are really enjoying and obviously into this sort of new Honda series and Honda content that I'm doing, and seen that a lot of you aren't actually subscribed. So if you could, please do me a favor, help out the channel and click that subscribe button, and yeah, just help me out along this journey. So first things first, as probably everybody knows, and I've already spoken about this before in previous videos, is the ride quality. I think this ride quality is, and the ride, it's just atrocious. Like, it's just atrocious. Really, really bad, to the point where, strange enough, I've had people in this car say that they feel ill, as in when they're in the passenger seat, and it's probably due to a mixture of the ride quality, which you can obviously experience through the camera just now, and a bit about how I do drive. I'm not very, you know, I do try to miss potholes and so on and so forth, because I don't want to damage my suspension any more than it's probably been. But yeah, I mean, it's just not great, and I am looking into suspension upgrades. Thanks to all of you guys out there who have been commenting and giving me advice on what to do with the suspension. But I have been trying to talk to also Honda specialists who could give me a bit of advice of how to sort of make it softer and decent, because it's just way too firm. I don't know why. I know Honda put in a lot of work with this car, but Jesus Christ, the ride quality is just something else. But yeah, first things first being the ride quality, something that we'll hopefully be looking at in the near future. Now the next thing is, on most Civic Type R's is always the gearbox. Now for some reason or another, most of them, I don't know how often, why this happens, or how often you do have to sort of service your gearbox oil and so on and so forth, but mine, ever since I did get my FN2, I've had, obviously, flipping out, the wipers literally shut me up there, God. But yeah, I haven't had the pop out of third gear, which is the common issue, but I've started to get the crunches into third gear. I believe that's due to like gearbox synchros or something. I don't know how they get bad over a point. I don't know if that's from people not putting in their clutch properly or something along those lines, but yeah, I've had that. The crunches are awful. I hate them. The only way to get them out, I believe, is probably by either doing the gearbox synchros, which is not an easy job to fix and not a cheap one, or just getting a new gearbox, which for these K20 engines, it's hard to find a gearbox. I've literally looked around, and I'm not gonna put a used gearbox in my FN2. If I do change the gearbox, it's going to be a brand new gearbox, but they're so hard to find, so hard to source, and then, you know, they're not cheap as well. I mean, gearbox has got to be, including labour, it's got to be nearing 500 to 600 quid, so it's not a cheap fix. However, my gearbox is fine. I just sometimes do get a little crunch when I do go into third, but never pops out, so I don't think it's as bad as it is. And you guys out there, let me know, have you guys just been driving on your crunching gearbox, shall I say, I put it in those words, those crunching gearbox, and has it got worse over time, or is it something that you reckon I should sort of nip in the bud in the early stages? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Another annoying thing about the FN2, unfortunately, is I can't fit 4 adults in this car, which is quite annoying. Bad enough that I don't have back doors, and I know it's a little hot hatch, and basically, you know, driving to have fun, so on and so forth, why are you putting 4 people in it? But sometimes you might get somewhere and you just might have to, you know, pick up, you know, people, friends, family, whoever it may be, and I just can't, because when I do put another 2 people in the back, it scrapes like hell, and it's not pleasant. So what I've said is that there's a Honda out there that I'm looking at that is a 4-door that I have thought to myself, should I get? But then again, it's like, it doesn't really make sense at this moment in time. Why am I getting like another car? That would be me having 3 cars, and I'm not at a stage where I should be having 3 cars. Even though, don't get me wrong, I do want to have my own garage in a couple of years where I do look back at me like flipping out, like I own all these cars, but is it the right time to go and buy? Sorry, I'm ranting on, but yeah. Just being able to fit multiple people in here is a struggle. I think it's because of my size as well. I'm not the smallest of human beings, so kind of adds to that sort of scraping that I get when I do even put 3 or 4 adults in here. And it's just awful. So something that, yeah, be cautious about that. Just know that you probably want to not fill out your car and just have a maximum of 2 to 3 people in here, depending on, you know, how big you are. I'm quite a big guy, so yeah, it's not helping me on that front at the moment. And also, can any of you guess what Honda 4-door that I'm thinking about getting? And to be fair, I've always thought, do I really want to keep it Honda, or do I want to branch out to something else? Maybe European. But yeah, you guys guess in the comments, let me know what you think it is, and yeah, I'll probably tell you. Will I tell you if you're right? I don't know. You might just see it pop up on the channel in the future because I make some stupid financial decisions, but hey, let's see. Next thing is something that have I spoken about it I don't know if I've spoken about it in a video, but I think some of you have actually asked about this, is the visibility out the back window. Now, the visibility out the back window is not good at all, especially at night time. However, when you do get, I need my wipers on, but they're making noise. Oh, Jesus Christ, shut up. The visibility out the back is awful, it's not great. If you are getting an FN2, think about getting an FN2 or even a normal Civic, because they're all the same. Be cautious about that, depending on how confident you are of a driver, yeah, and how good you know, parallel parking, reverse, and all that sort of stuff. Especially at night time, it's really bad. Like, you struggle to even see out the window, let alone try and see through this. So obviously, just bear that in mind. And for me, it's quite annoying because at night time I can barely see anything. But hey, something that I live with because I absolutely love this car. But one of the most annoying things. And last but not least, and this is probably one of the more annoying ones, because actually it does affect me, is the arch trims, the wheel arch trims, or the arch covers, or whatever they are. Why on earth do they keep on falling apart? I spoke in a video previously about all the things wrong with this car and how mine was coming apart a bit. I put it back together, obviously, following that video, and guess what? I was on the motorway the other day and I got held up in traffic, looked left and somebody's pointing at it. I'm like, oh, don't tell me it's off again. Whole thing's basically come off, so I've had to rip it off on the side of the motorway. So annoying, but yeah, I'll just have to go. I obviously I've gone and bought a new one, but at the moment I'm driving without it, which doesn't look very, I mean, it just reminds me of my first Type S, because that's literally how it was. I never got it fixed. Never got round to doing it because it was just money, and I was just like, no, I don't want to spend 100-something quid. And nobody's got them second hand because they're such a common issue. So I've had to buy it from a Honda parts company. Yeah, it was snowing earlier, yeah, but it's not snowing now, FN2, come on. Yeah, I had to buy it from a parts company, and that's coming out, and it's cost me 130 quid. Not pleasant, not pleasant. If you do have them on your FN2, keep them safe and keep them nice, because boy oh boy, when they start coming off, they become expensive. Just for that little arch trim is 130 quid. And then I've got to pay somebody to put it on. Well, I don't really need to, I could probably put it on myself, but yeah, hey, just really annoying, guys. The bills can really rack up. But yeah, guys, just thought I'd go over some annoying things and little nitpicks I've got about the FN2. But however, I will always stress that this car, the positives just outweigh the negatives. Let me turn off these wipers because they're doing my head in, but the positives just outweigh the negatives. You guys let me know of any sort of annoying things and annoying points you have about your FN2s out there, and let me know what I can actually do about this wheel trim thing. Does anybody put super glue on them, or does anybody have a secret code to making them not fall off? Because it seems like they just all fall off. So is that just a common thing? Let me know in the comments down below. But guys, as I said, thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for more content to come. Please like, comment and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Mate, if you ain't getting this one, then this one's for you.